Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hitchcock, founder and president of Giant Jaxx Media. Thanks for jumping on this episode of Giant TV. Really excited for my two guests, Philip Sharp and Eric Langley. This is going to be about AI and Vistage and what everyone's doing here. Hot topic. And I want to start with you, Philip, on what you're doing there with Vistage. You're a successful Vistage chair. I'd love to hear about the groups you're building, some of the industries you're working with. And then we'll get over to Eric Langley, who is an innovation expert, AI expert, has his own consulting firm working with businesses across the country. So all excited for this. Philip, tell us about what you're focused on right now.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
What we are doing is we are investing in leaders in our community. We're trying to help them and assist them in being the best version of themselves. We are certainly focused in our intent and very intentional in our actions to help them to become better leaders, make better decisions, and grow the bottom line of their company. We want to assist them in being the best version of themselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's a journey that we undergo to ensure that we are utilizing existing resources that's available from Vistage, that's available on our backgrounds and experiences, and helping our leaders to move to that next level of
Right.
excellence in all aspects of who they are, what they are, and in their business. We represent a diverse group of industries in my two groups. I have a group in Monroe, Louisiana, as well as the Little Rock, Arkansas metro area. And we bring together people, like-minded executives and CEOs who are really focused on solving real life problems and doing the things necessary for that next step of excellence. I found a couple of things in my journey that um, are all our leaders have in common, and that they are relentless in pursuit of excellence and they're lifelong learners. And I think, Paul, at the root of this is an innate curiosity. And as
Absolutely.
a Vistage chair, what I want to do is ensure that I am feeding that curiosity and helping them move forward. And that's one reason why AI is of great interest to me and our group is, although I don't know a lot about AI, well, from everything that I'm reading, from what I've seen, is that it's going to revolutionize the way we do business and the way we think about business. I see as an incumbent upon me as a chair to not only become informed about AI, but to help my leaders become informed in AI, because we are leaders in business in our industries and we want to remain that way.
Yeah, well said. And
Yeah.
Philip, I know you build a dynamic group there. What sort of industries are you looking for now? Because I know you have some seats open.
Well, we are looking at the transportation logistics industry. We also have a great interest in the legal industry, the legal profession. There are several opportunities that we're thinking about and looking at as it relates to healthcare, which is a broad spectrum of services provided into our society. And always looking for people who are on the leading cutting edge of technology, to help us stay abreast of what is evolving, changing, and about all types and manners of services that we provide.
Love it. Eric, this is a great transition for you. Okay,
Yeah.
get us involved here in AI.
Yeah. I mean, Phil's talking about some of the industries that he's looking for that are really great candidates for AI. Legal, probably the number one candidate to benefit from AI because of the capability of the generative nature of document analysis and querying, really having a conversation with your document, which is one of the things that AI allows you to do. And then in transportation, you think about logistics, all those moving parts. You got trucks and people and products and delivery schedules, and how does that all line up? Like that's tailor made for machine learning and an AI system to benefit. But not just in that area, really, there isn't any area of any industry that isn't going to be affected, like Phil says, transforming the way we do business. That is happening right now every single day
Yeah.
and at a rapid pace. So that can be a little overwhelming.
And how do you get it going, Eric, when you're talking to businesses, because you're going across the country and you're a top Vistage speaker too? What happens when you go into a business? Who are you meeting with, and what's the starting discussion around innovation in AI?
Yeah, Phil started off with one of the benefits of being in Vistage is how do you make decisions,
Yeah.
and that's a big focus of Vistage, and it's a big focus for me because in the end, everything is about how you make decisions in the business. And what AI does, even if it doesn't automate anything, it just provides you with information. That's going to help business leaders make better decisions. Think of it in terms of a recommendation engine, of a ranking engine. Well, here's your best opportunities for XYZ. Now you as a business leader get to make an informed decision where you're going on real data that has been presented in a way that you never had access to before. So that's one of the things we focus on is like, what are we going to make decisions about? How are we going to prioritize what AI projects get done first if you're going to go on an AI transformation journey?
Yeah, and I know I got feedback. You met not too long ago with an owner and the management team. The feedback was insanely positive on, um, them realizing the opportunities going forward. What was happening in that meeting, Eric? Was that an interactive meeting where, like, you just going back and forth? Like, how did you quarterback that meeting?
Yeah, I'd like to take all the credit for that, but it really, I mean, like Phil mentioned, when people are curious and they want to learn and they want to grow and they want to get better, wow, it's so much easier to talk about the opportunities with AI. That being said, I do have a defined process that I use for the customer journey. And it's a discovery and documentation process. And then it has some diagnosis in there. And this is very interactive. So
Yep.
it's a conversation with a business leader about, where do they want to go? We want to get up here. Where are you right now? And then what's that journey going to be like? And what are the priorities in order to get there? You think about that journey, you could go a million different ways, squiggly lines and way around the earth. And sometimes the way around the earth is actually a curved line. When you draw it on the map, it like goes around like that because that's the shortest distance.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot. So I have that process, which helps a lot. I've defined that over really a few decades of work.
Yeah, and both of you may chime in here on this is where do you find that CEOs and owners, where is their head at with AI? Like, is there a common thread where they're thinking about AI, like either they're confused or they're embracing it? Phil,
I
what
think
are
Phil's
you?
going to know better than
Yeah.
I with that. He's with them every day, right?
Well, what I'm seeing again is this, I don't know what I don't know, but I do know that something is here. And I want to understand as a CEO how this could impact my vision. And I want to get the facts, the information, so to inform my strategy, because ultimately this has to turn into executable plans that bring value to my shareholders, to my owners, to my employees, and ultimately results in a better experience for my customers. So what I don't know is an equation I want to solve with information and answers to position me for next steps of success.
Phil, I think you hit the nail on the head with strategy there. I mean, my whole premise, like we're talking about one of the things in this conversation is offering, prospective members and members an AI strategy session.
Yep.
And that is a time to really take that high level, big picture view. Aren't necessarily talking about, individual AI initiatives, but where is, like you said, how does that affect my vision? Like the world is changing, a whole new model for doing work is coming. Can my business grow faster because of that? And am I ready for that? Had a conversation with a client today for about an hour, talking about 2, 3, 4 years from now and modeling out what that looks like if we hit all our growth plans. That can actually be scary if you if you
Yeah.
think about, wow, we're going to double the business every year and a half. Well, we better be ready for that.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Um, And as you're talking more about that, Eric, I mean, what I'm thinking about is when it comes to AI, there's the stuff that most people know about. Oh, it can help you write this. It can, take a video and it can help with getting content for that. So sort of the low-hanging fruit stuff we all know with ChatGPT and all that. But then there's a next level stuff. You mentioned law firm, and I know I brought this up before. The law firm I build out is the ability for AI to look down at that firm and any other company into the current systems we use and tie them all together to make things happen. And I mentioned because we're launching a business and it's insane what AI can do with that and help with the launch of that business. So I mean, there's next level stuff.
Yeah, I love the concept of AI becoming the interface that we use to interact with the various applications that we have.
Yeah,
And the
great.
beauty of that is that becomes a natural language conversation, which right now we mostly type that out.
Yeah.
But for anybody that's old enough, they remember Star Trek and they're talking to the computer and it has a natural language response. We've been waiting for that for 30 to 40 to 50 years. And really, we're right on the cusp of that right now, where I don't type in my ERP system, I just talk to it and it gives me information. Now, it may give me a display of information, graphs and charts and all that kind of stuff, but that's going to be a natural language process. And that really makes it a lot easier to use those systems.
Are you saying with the Star Trek thing that you can transport now? AI can do that? I can go from here to there with that transporter?
Yeah, yeah. I've heard, I read an interesting article on that, and we won't get too esoteric here, but it's killing you, and then it's reconstituting you. That's a weird concept, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a thinner version, by the way, right?
Yeah, it makes you so then you can
Yeah.
get what you want on the other side. You want to be a
Yeah.
little bit thinner, a little bit smarter.
I love it. I love it.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, well, the AI thing is, I've seen the benefits of it myself with the bots you can train to answer Q&A, which takes the labor out of it. And you can really, you mentioned before, Eric, it's with AI, it gets your employees away from tasks they can't stand and into more productive things they can and should be doing. So it's not about eliminating positions, it's that transition.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Phil's members are dealing with this too. There's a certain amount of concern in the world, in social circles, about what is AI going to mean to the business and socially. People are concerned about losing their jobs to AI. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think there's going to be new work created, and the work is going to be much more meaningful. So right now
Yep.
we have a lot of mundane tasks that we do at the very low level. A lot of those are going to be streamlined and smartly automated. We've had automation for many years now, but now we have this smart automation that's going to move up the work that we do to the top of our capability. And that's going to make us much more engaged in our work.
Yeah, and you highlighted the complementary strategy session, Eric. Tell me about how you and Philip have partnered on that. What are you doing?
Yeah, Phil has got openings in his Vistage peer groups for members, and there'll be an outreach to those members. And the AI strategy is a perfect opportunity to make an engagement. This is the type of thing that you benefit from when you're involved in a Vistage peer group is resources. And Phil has a lot of resources. He has trusted advisors, people that he can bring in. They have the speaking engagements, a lot of benefits. And this is just one additional benefit for seeing how your business can benefit from AI.
Yeah, and so around this video, wherever you're watching it, because we will stream this everywhere, is Philip's and Eric's offer that's made out of Philip's practice on a complimentary AI strategy session, getting together with these two. And there's a worksheet to fill out, so it's a meaningful interaction. Do it on Zoom. You get one-on-one with you. I've been out. Yeah, and Philip and been outsider looking at this. It's amazing to me. So check that out. You can sign up for that around here. I want to thank both of you. I know we could go on forever on AI. There's so much to talk about, but thank you. Yeah, this is great. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate your time, gentlemen.
Yeah.